Hello and welcome to my class. Today I will show you how to make predictions and express probability in English. Danas ću vam pokazati kako da iskažete predviđanje i verovatnoću na engleskom jeziku. I'm sure you wondered a lot of times so far what it will be like in the future, and that's a prediction. So, when we make a guess about what will happen next based on clues, it's called a prediction. Svi ste se verovatno u nekom momentu pitali kako će izgledati budućnost. Kada pokušavamo da procenimo kako će biti u budućnosti, to je predviđanje. So, there are two ways to make a prediction in English. Future simple with will and future with be going to. Both are followed by an infinitive. So we can use future simple to make almost any prediction about the future as long as it's based on our previous experience. For example, a meteorologist tries to predict or tell what the weather will be like. That is based on his knowledge or the previous experience in his work. And basically, it's the same thing with us. Based on our knowledge and experience, we try to predict some future events. Možemo koristiti ovu gramatičku strukturu da predvidimo budućnost na osnovu svog znanja i prethodnog iskustva. S druge strane, ako na nebu vidimo tamne oblake, onda za predviđanje kiše koristimo drugu gramatičku strukturu, a to je be going to plus infinitive. So, if we want to make a prediction based on what we see or hear right now, we use be going to plus infinitive. For instance, if you see big dark clouds, you might predict rain. Let's see how we can build a sentence using will plus infinitive. Subject plus will or won't plus infinitive. So we know what will is, but what's won't? Tako je, to je skraćeni oblik od will not. It's called a contraction. Contraction of will not is won't, and contraction of will is just double L, it's spelled double L. For example, he'll come tomorrow, or I'll probably finish this task soon. That's a contraction. To je skraćeni oblik pomoćnog glagola. Now, what do you say we have some fun making predictions? I would like you to try to predict what will these people look like when they become older. Okay? This lovely lady here, and this young gentleman, and this guy here, and this beautiful girl here. Koristite will I won't, and you can also use these verbs. Think, hope, believe, expect. So you can say, I think he will have gray hair, or I believe he'll have long beard, or I expect she will stay as beautiful as she is now. Okay? Okay, let's see what will these young people look like when they become older. Well, I don't think she will change much. A couple of wrinkles and that's it. She will be a beautiful old lady, don't you think? He will definitely change a lot. He will have gray hair. He will definitely change a lot. He will have gray hair, and I think he will look really old. What about this guy here? He will look kind of cool when he gets old, right? And this girl, well, she will also be a beautiful old lady, I think. She will change, but not so much. Okay, I hope you guys had fun predicting what these people will look like when they get old. And now let's revise. We use will or won't plus infinitive to make a prediction based on what we know from experience. So you can say, I think I'll pass the test, meaning I've been studying. Or you can say, I think I won't pass the test, meaning I haven't really been studying. Or if you want to be more specific, you can use definitely and probably. Ako želimo da budemo precizniji u predviđanju, možemo da koristimo priloge definitivno i verovatno. You can say, I'll definitely pass the test. It means I've been studying a lot, so I'm sure I'll pass it. Or you can say, I'll probably pass a test. I've been studying, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Or the more unfortunate option, you can say, I definitely won't pass the test. It means I haven't been studying at all, or I probably won't pass the test. I hope this is not the case with you guys. Notice that we put the adverbs definitely and probably after will and before won't. Znači, prilozi definitely i probably u vašoj rečenici treba da stoje posle will, a pre won't. On the other hand, be going to plus infinitive is used to make a prediction based on what we see or hear. For example, if you see a pregnant lady, you will say, she's pregnant, she's going to have a baby. Ako vidimo da je žena u drugom stanju, onda na osnovu toga mi izražavamo predviđanje koristeći strukturu be going to plus infinitive. Now, you've probably heard she's gonna have a baby. Gonna je skraćeni oblik od going to i koristi se u neformalnim situacijama. Dakle, ako razgovarate sa porodicom ili sa drugarima ili pišete e-mail nekome ko vam je blizak, onda možete da koristite gonna. If you are in some formal situation, if you are talking to your teacher, or in the future when you grow up, when you get to some job interview, or you talk to your colleague, then it is not appropriate to use gonna, okay? U nekom formalnom obliku komunikacije, kada razgovarate sa nastavnikom ili u budućnosti kad budete išli na intervju za posao ili kad budete razgovarali sa kolegom, nije prihvatljivo da se koristi ovaj izraz gonna. Okay, and this is how we build a sentence with going to. So for positive form, we use subject plus emizar going to plus infinitive. She's going to have a baby. For negative form, we use subject plus am not, isn't or aren't going to plus infinitive. We have contractions here. I'm not, he isn't, they aren't going to, but these are allowed ones. And for questions, we use inversion. So first auxiliary be, emizar, plus subject, plus going to, plus infinitive. Is she going to have a baby? Are they going to come tomorrow? Now, let's do some practice, okay? So we will do the first 5 sentences together, and then you're going to do the next 7 on your own. And the last 2, you will try to predict what will happen or what is going to happen based on these 2 pictures. Let's start. Watch out, you run into a tree. So, if you see that there is a tree in front of your friend and he or she is riding a bike really fast, you will use going to make a prediction. Iskoristit ćemo going to za predviđanje i upozoriti druga ili drugaricu da će udariti u drvo. Okay, let's move on. I think it probably sunny tomorrow. Probably ukazuje na to da iskazujemo svoje predviđanje ne na osnovu onog što vidimo, nego na osnovu onoga što znamo. Okay, so it will probably be sunny tomorrow. Oh no, I've broken the vase. Mom is going to be very angry. Mom is going to kill me. Mom is going to freak out. I put mom is going to freak out because you see that something bad is going to happen. The next one, what the world like in the next 30 years. Predviđanja o dalekoj budućnosti se najčešće iskazuju uz pomoć will plus infinitive, so what will the world be like in the next 30 years? Što se nastavlja na 5. rečenicu, will it be a nice place? Now it's your turn. I will give you a couple of minutes to complete the next 7 sentences, and I'll give you some pictures to help you. Okay, go. Ready? Slow down, we crash. So this is a prediction based on what we see, and it's very similar to the first sentence that we did together. And here we also use be going to. We're going to crash. Oh my God, Milton hit the man in the other boat. If you take a look at the picture, you will see that Milton is about to hit the man, and again we use going to. Milton is going to hit the man in the other boat. Milton's doctor be happy when he sees that terrible sunburn. Here we try to predict how Milton's doctor will react when he sees the sunburn, and we can use both structures. I put won't. I used will plus infinitive. Milton's doctor won't be happy when he sees that terrible sunburn. But you can say Milton's doctor is not going to be happy as well. When Jim grows up, he definitely be a football player. In this one, only will plus infinitive is acceptable because it's in a distant future, and we think that he will be a great football player because he's very talented now. When Jim grows up, he'll definitely be a football player. And number 5, Milton definitely any trouble at his job interview today. He feels very confident. So we know from our experience that people who are confident do not have problems on job interviews. And based on our experience and based on our knowledge, we use will. Milton definitely won't have any trouble at his job interview today. What do you think? How should we finish these two sentences? So the first one starts with I hope, so we have to use will. I hope she won't be late for work today. And the other one, we see that Milton is about to spill his coffee and drop his cake on the floor, so we should use be going to. I put Milton is going to spill his coffee and drop his cake on the floor. Okay, good job, everybody. Okay, we got to the second part of our class, and these were my sentences. It must be a commercial for cereal. I'm fairly sure this is a good guess. It might be for cereal. Maybe. Could it be for something else? Maybe. It may not be for cereal. Maybe, I'm not sure. It can't be for a music school. I'm fairly sure this isn't true. Now, these are all modal verbs for probability. Must, I'm definitely sure. Might, could, and may, maybe. Now, notice that the opposite of must is can't in this case. We can use these modal verbs when we want to make a guess about something. We choose the modal verb depending on how sure we are. And the modal verbs are must, might, could, may, and can't. All of them are followed by infinitive. Ako pogledate ovu skalu verovatnoće, vidjet ćete da je must modalni glagol koji se koristi kada smo 100% sigurni da je nešto tačno. Might, could i may kada mislimo da je nešto možda tačno. May not i might not kada mislimo da nešto možda nije tačno. A can't or couldn't kada smo sigurni da nešto nije tačno. Maybe these examples will help you. I'm waiting for Julie with another friend, David. I ask, where is Julie? David guesses. She must be on the bus. Mora da je u autobusu. She might come soon. Možda će doći uskoro. She could be lost. Možda se izgubila. She may be in the wrong room. Možda je u drugoj sobi. She can't be at home. Nemoguće da je kod kuće. I'm sure this isn't true. I naravno, svi ovi modalni glagoli se koriste uz infinitiv za sadašnje vreme. What do you say we do a little practice? I will give you a couple of minutes again to try to put the appropriate modal verb into the gaps. Let's go. Ready? I'm sure he is here. I can see his car in front of the building. So we are sure, it means 100% probability. He must be here. I can see his car in front of the building. They're coming this week, but I don't know which day. You can use may, might, or could. They could come tomorrow. So we are not sure, but it's our guess. 3. I'm not sure I'm going to pass the exam. I don't feel very confident. So you can use may not or might not. I may not pass the exam. I don't feel very confident. I bought a lottery ticket. There's a chance I'll become a millionaire. There's a chance, but I'm not sure. So may, might, or could. I might become a millionaire. I'm sure she doesn't speak French very well. She's only lived in Paris for a few weeks. So I'm sure she doesn't speak. I'm sure it's not true. And the opposite of must is can't. She can't speak French very well. She's only lived in Paris for a few weeks. My key's not in my pocket or on my desk, so I'm sure it's in the drawer. I'm sure. My key is not in my pocket or on my desk, so it must be in the drawer. I'm sure it must be. Someone told me that Mark was in Mexico, but I saw him yesterday, so I'm sure he's not abroad. I'm sure he's not. Siguran sam da nije. So here we use the opposite of must, which is can't. Mark can't be abroad. You got the job? That's great. I'm sure you're delighted. You got the job? That's great. I'm sure. So we use must. You must be delighted. Notice that every time we see I'm sure in the sentence, it's either must or can't. If you are sure that something is true, you put must. If you are sure that something isn't true, you put can't. If there is I'm not sure in the sentence, or there's a chance, or maybe, then you can use might, may, or could. And the last one, they told me to prepare the project by tomorrow, but it's almost impossible to have done it so fast. So there is a chance for me to finish it by tomorrow if I stay at work all night, but I'm not sure. So then we use may or might or could. In this case, it's might. I might finish it by tomorrow if I stay at work all night, but I'm not sure. Okay, great job. Now, I will not give you any homework. Instead of that, I will invite you to visit these links and practice predictions and probability in a fun and interesting way, vrlo neobičajen način za vežbanje gramatike. Posetite sajt ISL Collective, vidjet ćete u pitanju su video lekcije, vrlo su interesantne i svaka lekcija sadrži određen broj pitanja na koje treba da odgovorite. U pitanju je interaktivna vežba. I hope that you guys had fun with me as much as I had fun with you. And I hope that we succeeded in our attempt to learn how to make predictions and how to express probability in English. Nadam se da smo kroz ovaj današnji čas se zabavili i da smo naučili kako se izražavaju predviđanja i verovatnoća na engleskom jeziku. Thank you and goodbye.